Good morning, students. This is the last module or the sixth module of your chapter Elasticity of Demand. In this module, we are going to discuss two topics, income elasticity of demand and cross elasticity of demand. I told you in the starting of this chapter that there are three kinds of elasticity of demand: price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, and cross elasticity of demand. As per the ISC syllabus, the major portion is to be covered regarding price elasticity of demand. And we just have to do the introduction of income elasticity of demand and cross elasticity of demand. So let's move on to the introduction. The first point, income elasticity of demand. What is meant by income elasticity of demand? It measures the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in income of the consumer. They have given the formula EY, that is income elasticity of demand, is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity divided by percentage change in income of the consumer. Now, what do you mean by the word degree of responsiveness? It means that how does the demand react, or to what extent does the demand change due to change in income. So when we say the word degree of responsiveness, this is the key word over here. It measures the degree of responsiveness. It means that how is the demand reacting, or to what extent is the demand changing due to change in income of the consumer. When we look at the formula, in the numerator always there is quantity demanded, and the denominator we have change in income of the consumer. This formula can also be written in this way: EY, that is income elasticity, is equal to delta Q by delta Y into Y by Q. Have a look at this formula. EY is equal to delta Q by delta Y into Y by Q. It means the word delta signifies change. Okay, where EY is equal to income elasticity, Y is initial income. In economics, Y denotes income. Q is initial quantity, delta Y is change in income, and delta Q is change in quantity. So you need to remember the formula delta Q by delta Y into Y by Q. Now, the various types of income elasticity of demand, there are three types: positive income elasticity of demand, negative, and zero income elasticity of demand. Moving on to the first one, positive income elasticity of demand. When income increases, the quantity demanded also increases. So that is called positive income elasticity of demand. When with increase in income, the quantity demanded will increase. So you remember normal goods like clothes, furniture, we had discussed this in demand chapter. So normal goods have positive income elasticity. In negative income elasticity, when the income increases, the quantity demanded will decrease. You remember the inferior goods concept? So whenever the income of the consumer increased, he used to give up the quantity of inferior goods and instead buy superior goods. So inferior goods, when income increases, the quantity demanded will decrease, and inferior goods have negative income elasticity. Zero income elasticity of demand. When income increases, there is no change in the quantity demanded. It remains unchanged or constant. Inexpensive necessities like salt, we remember the example. When the income changes, the inexpensive necessities of life like salt or soap will not change. We will consume the same amount of salt, and the usage of soap will also remain the same. So inexpensive necessities of life is not dependent on the income, so they have zero income elasticity of demand. Moving on to the next concept, that is cross elasticity of demand. In cross elasticity of demand, we study that how demand of one commodity is affected by the price of some other commodity. Suppose there are two commodities X and Y. So we will study how the demand of commodity X is affected by the price of commodity Y. Coming on to the definition, it is defined as the degree of responsiveness. How does the demand of one commodity reacts, or how does the demand of one commodity changes due to change in price of the related commodity? What is the extent of change, or what is the amount of change? So moving on to the formula, percentage change in quantity demanded of commodity X divided by percentage change in price of the commodity Y. What does the formula means? It means that how and by what extent does quantity demanded of commodity X changes due to change in price of the commodity Y. Now, there are three types of cross elasticity of demand: positive, negative and zero. We move on to the first one, that is positive cross elasticity of demand. When increase in price of one commodity Y, suppose coffee, leads to increase in demand for some other commodity, say tea, then cross elasticity of demand is said to be positive, and substitute goods have positive cross elasticity of demand. What do you mean by this? Suppose the price of coffee rises, and due to this, people will shift their consumption from coffee to tea. Again, suppose the price of coffee rises, people will shift the consumption from coffee to tea. So the demand for tea will increase. There is a same relation, positive relation between price of one commodity Y and the demand for other commodity X. Price of one commodity Y is increasing and the demand for other commodity X is also increasing. So we say that cross elasticity of demand is positive, and substitute goods have positive cross elasticity of demand. We move on to negative cross elasticity of demand. When a fall in price of one commodity, say petrol, leads to increases in demand for some other commodity, say cars, then cross elasticity of demand is said to be negative. Let's discuss this. This is the case of complementary goods. Complementary goods have negative cross elasticity of demand. So what is happening? There is a fall in price of petrol. Okay, when there is a fall in price of petrol, there will be increase in demand for petrol as well as increase in demand for cars. When there is fall in price of petrol, there will be increase in demand for petrol as well as increase in demand for cars. Both the demand of petrol and car will increase because of fall in price of one commodity. So what is happening here? Fall in price is leading to increase in demand for some other commodity. They are moving in separate direction. There is fall in price of petrol and increase in demand for cars. So the relation is negative. Okay, because there is fall in price of one commodity and it is leading to increase in demand for some other commodity. They are moving in separate directions. So cross elasticity of demand is said to be negative. And complementary goods have negative cross elasticity of demand. We move on to zero cross elasticity of demand. When the change in price of one commodity Y does not affect the demand for some other commodity X, then cross elasticity of demand is said to be zero. This means price of one commodity is not at all affecting the demand for some other commodity. This is the case of non-related goods. Price of one commodity is not going to have any effect on the demand for some other commodity. It is the case of non-related goods. Non-related goods have zero cross elasticity of demand. Thank you, students. This was the end of your chapter Elasticity of Demand.